The Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, sir, on behalf of TV9 Network, I would like to express my deepest gratitude to you for being with us here this evening. At a time when the war in West Asia is roiling global peace and prosperity, impacting the 3 F's that drive the global economy, namely fuel, finance, and food. The energy shock that we are witnessing now could be the biggest humanity has ever faced, far bigger than the shocks from the 2 world wars and the other disruptions like the Arab oil embargo of 1973 or the Iranian Revolution of 1979 or even the Gulf War. The ongoing asymmetric war could just drag on. So the question no longer is what the world thinks today. The question is also what India thinks today when the world is uncertain. Modi ji, you've once again reminded the world that diplomacy and dialogue is the only way forward. You have been working relentlessly, engaging with state heads to drive home this message. So we are not just grateful to you for being with us here tonight, but also, as always, for being a source of great inspiration for us. Ladies and gentlemen, in this context, please join me in giving a huge round of applause to Modi ji, who is now India's longest-serving head of a government with 25 years in office. Modi ji. It gives me goosebumps to think that half of our generation, half of our population wasn't even born when he became the chief minister in Gujarat in 2001. Thank you for being with us, Modi ji. The chairman of my home group, Sri Rameshwar Rao Garuji, Excellencies, industry leaders, our guests from abroad, friends, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me immense pleasure to welcome you to the flagship summit of TV9 Network, What India Thinks Today. It is an understatement to say that we are living in turbulent times. Before the West Asia conflict, tariff war shook the world across continents. Thus, the 2 wars, one military and the other economic, have delivered a startling new fact. For the first time in decades, geopolitics is no longer a distant headline. It is a daily economic reality for the 8.3 billion people that live on this planet. In this global upheaval, under Modi ji's leadership, India is rising. India is not only rising, but also helping stabilize the world order. India's own civilizational ethos has long been rooted in dialogue and not domination. Yet from a battle fought more than 5,000 years ago, this country produced most profound literature on life and duty. I'm referring, of course, to the Mahabharata and the Bhagavad Gita. As a student of management and leadership, I've always been a keen observer of Modi ji's style of governance. And for my own ease of understanding, I like to develop them in some sort of formulas. Earlier, on this forum, I've talked about 3 Modi mantras, namely return on governance, Modi multiplier effect, and CDR, or citizen DNA reset. I also spoke about how Modi ji's India First approach has never meant India only. With the world today resembling a Kurukshetra in many ways, I see a new Modi mantra at play in his engagement with the world at large. The new Modi mantra, as I humbly see it, is Samabuddhi. On the battlefield of Kurukshetra, this Samabuddhi was the core advice given by Lord Krishna to Arjuna. Samabuddhi is not about treating everyone equally, but equitably. It is the ability to engage with all sides without losing one's center. When I look at India's insistence on strategic autonomy and multi-alignment as spelled out in the 5 A's of foreign policy, which are Samman, Sangvad, Sahyog, Shanti, and Samriddhi, I see Samabuddhi in action. In a world where globalization is on the retreat and nativism on the rise, India's ability to stitch trade deals with key partner countries and blocs is a resounding validation of its mature approach. After all, in an age where one missile can disrupt global peace, peace is no longer an ideal, it is an economic necessity. But ladies and gentlemen, let us not forget that this is just the external Kurukshetra that Modi ji is fighting. Within India, the set of challenges is no less of a battle. Broadly to my mind, these challenges are 1, poverty and inclusivity, 2, economic and infrastructure development, 3, sustainability and green energy, and 4, leveraging new age technology, particularly AI. On all these counts, India's transformation over the last 12 years under Modi ji's leadership has been truly remarkable. We have no doubt that India is well on track to achieve its dream of Viksit Bharat by 2047. The evidence of it is visible in every step of the way in various milestones that we are achieving. The task of transforming a country of 1.4 billion people is a daunting one. In my lifetime, there is no other leader who has dared to set BHAGs or big, hairy, audacious goal for a country and executed on them the way Prime Minister Modi has. Of course, democracy demands differences of opinion. Democracy thrives on debate, but democracy must always remain anchored in national interest. Despite these challenges, ladies and gentlemen, India is in a way at the epicenter of the emerging world order, and hence our summit theme this year is India and the world. Modi ji, if what India thinks today is not only relevant, but also shapes the global narrative, it is because of your vision and leadership. When the world is searching for balance, and when India's voice carries greater weight than ever before, it is time to hear from the leader shaping that voice. With that, I once again thank the Honorable Prime Minister for gracing this summit and look forward to hearing his keynote address. Thank you. Jai Hind.